Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a layout I created for Off The Rails Scrapbooking for their May challenge. The challenge is black and white and a touch of one colour. I've chosen blue for my one colour and I hope you're going to enjoy watching this layout come together. I'm going to start by using this Crafters Workshop stencil called Chevron and my modelling paste and my palette knife, and I'm going to put some of that modelling paste through the stencil just sort of down the centre of my background, which is a white cardstock. I'm not looking for an even edge or anything like that. I want it to look fairly generic. The idea of this modelling paste is just to give something for my spray that I'm going to put on the background, something for that to cling to, if you know what I mean. I set that aside to dry, and now I'm going to use this Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist in Jazz Blue to just spray a bit of colour down the very centre. Now I'm going to spray it at the top, and then I'm going to use my water spray bottle to just move that colour around and dull the colour off a little bit. I don't want a bright colour, I just want something there that is a bit muted. You can see how the modelling paste is making that colour run in little rivulets. Once I let that dry, and because it is a glimmer mist, it's got a bit of glimmer in the colour, I am going to now use my Craft Grid Clear Stamp and my StazOn Jet Black Ink and just stamp lightly into the background. I'm not looking for a full cover, I'm just looking for a bit of black here and there. Now the pattern paper I'm using is from Imaginesque and it's black tie optional, sophisticated stripe. I don't even know if this company is still around. I've had this in my stash for such a long time. Actually, I'm just looking on here, it says 2007, so there you go, that's how long I've had it. I'm going to just tear strips of this pattern paper. I started just doing it by hand, then I decided to use my Deckle Ruler. So this is a ruler that's just got a jagged edge and you can just tear along the edge of it, and once you get past that first one that I tried to cut too narrow, it's pretty easy to tear them along and get a nice torn edge along it. So I'm going to tear various strips, various widths. I'm not aiming for anything uniform, and I'm going to tear about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 strips. Now I'm going to tear them to an assortment of lengths and then use my black Versacolor ink cube to ink around the edge of each one. And so you can see as I'm working away here, my plan is to have these strips sort of running down the centre of my page. Once I'm happy with their positioning, I'm going to use my art glitter glue to attach them to the background. I'm using art glitter glue because it's being attached over the top of that modelling paste and also the shimmers. So it's nice to have something liquid that you can move around to get in the right position, but you know is going to stick to that texture. Now I'm going to attach my photos. I've printed my photos in black and white with the white border around them, so I don't have to worry about matting them. And I have attached some old pieces of cardboard box behind them, sort of offset, because I plan on stepping my photos down my page. So I don't want cardboard or added dimension under the sections that have already got it. So yes, I'm going to layer them down the centre so that they overlap each other. The photos are about 3 inches by 4.5 inches. I'm going for a fairly simple clean layout here, and I'm going to use these Scrap Mats triangles chipboard. I've cut them up and I've given them a coat of black acrylic paint, and now I'm going to use my art glitter glue to attach them to my layout. I'm putting it in 3 areas, so one on each side of each photo, I guess you could say. So the 3 photos, the 3 embellishments, all sort of make the rule of 3. Once I had my chipboard in place, I used my fountain pen to draw a double scribbly border around the outside of the page. I wanted a little bit extra in the background, so I've covered up my photos, and I'm going to use that same glimmer mist to add a few splatters to the background. I'm not going to go overboard, I'm just going to try and concentrate them down the centre, and then I'm also going to water down some of that same black acrylic paint that I used on the chipboard triangles, and water some of that down and splatter that as well. I've created my title by using my Kaisercraft DD735 uppercase alphas and some black cardstock and cut raised name, and I'm going to attach that to the layout using some of the art glitter glue. I'm using my T-ruler to try and get it nice and straight, and these reverse tweezers are fantastic for doing fiddly things like this. So that's what I'm going to do, attach the title between those bottom two strips of pattern paper. A little bit of sparkle for my title. I'm going to use my Glossy Accents and just give the word a nice coat, a thick coat of the Glossy Accents. As I've said before, it goes on milky, but when it dries it's perfectly clear and shiny and gives a nice domed 3D effect. And that finishes off my layout for today. There will be a link in the description box below to the products that I've used, and also to the challenge over at Off The Rails Scrapbooking. So don't forget to pop over there. It's a great challenge, I reckon. Lots of freedom there with choosing between black, white and whatever colour you choose. Thank you for being here and watching my video, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Bye.